In 2016, a dark and unsettling story unfolded in Melbourne, one that started with a 15-year-old Maythil Brahmin girl and quickly spiraled into a sinister web of cruelty, criminal activity, and the dangerous underworld of the internet known as the dark web. The girl, barely into her teenage years, found herself at the center of a shocking controversy. She managed a website called Heart to the Konark, which on the surface appeared to be just another site, perhaps about culture or art, even innocuous at first glance. But as authorities began digging deeper, it became clear that this was no ordinary site. It was a hub for unspeakable horrors. Hidden deep within its encrypted layers, Heart to the Konark became infamous for housing videos and content that no human eye should ever see. The site allegedly contained videos of children being subjected to horrific torture, with these monstrous acts being filmed and shared with like-minded individuals around the globe. It was more than a place of content, it was a marketplace of human misery. Children were being harmed, and those videos were sold or traded among users who reveled in this dark fantasy. The videos showed unspeakable acts that are difficult even to imagine, let alone describe. And it wasn't just children. The users of this website were not limited by any particular category of depravity. Conversations went from discussing methods of torture to horrific ideas such as which parts of the human body tasted the best. Some of the users would openly debate which body parts were delicious, like discussing how to make hash from human flesh, and even worse, how to fashion items like purses from human skin. The darkest of fantasies became a reality within the confines of this hidden cryptic space. More horrifying still, the site was a marketplace not only for illicit content but also for personal data. The digital age is one in which privacy and security are of utmost importance. And yet, on this dark platform, users could buy a person's most private information as easily as they could buy groceries. For just 2.5 lakh rupees, anyone could purchase someone's full identity, bank account details, credit card numbers, driving licenses, everything they would need to destroy that person's life financially. The emergence of Bitcoin and blockchain technology in 2009 provided the ideal means for these dark transactions to flourish. Bitcoin, a decentralized digital currency, was designed to offer anonymity in online transactions, and it quickly became the currency of choice for those wanting to stay hidden from law enforcement. As the Heart to the Konark site grew, so too did the illicit transactions it facilitated. Bitcoin made it almost impossible to track these exchanges, adding to the layers of secrecy that allowed the dark web to thrive. To understand why Bitcoin was such a game changer, you need to understand how blockchain works. Imagine a digital vault with an almost endless number of locks, each connected to the one before it. To complete a Bitcoin transaction, a hacker or user must unlock each vault in sequence. These locks are called blocks, and every block contains information about the transaction, who sent the Bitcoin, who received it, and where it originated. Each block has a unique digital signature, known as a hash code, which makes every transaction one of a kind and nearly impossible to alter. The blockchain system is highly secure, but for those with dark intentions, it provides the perfect cover. By 2016, the value of Bitcoin had skyrocketed to 33 lakh rupees, and people were eager to invest in this new form of currency. Companies like Crow Zubair made it easy for anyone to buy Bitcoin with as little as 100 rupees. While most saw Bitcoin as a means of investment or a way to make anonymous purchases, the underworld had other plans. Bitcoin was the engine that powered the illegal markets of the dark web. Drugs, weapons, counterfeit money, stolen identities, and even human lives were being bought and sold with digital currency. But the Heart to the Konark site wasn't just a marketplace for stolen data or illegal items. It became a space where the worst aspects of humanity could fester. For the right price, users could pay to have people tortured. Some of the most chilling stories came from this part of the site. For example, a user could pay 10,000 rupees to watch someone's nails being ripped out, or 15,000 to have each hair on a victim's head pulled out one by one. If they had enough money, they could even pay to have someone murdered. This wasn't a mere fantasy anymore. It was real, and it was happening. The existence of such sites on the dark web raises the question, why aren't these sites being shut down? Why isn't the government doing more to stop this nightmare? The truth is, the dark web exists in a space beyond the reach of traditional law enforcement. To understand why, you need to know how the dark web works. The internet we use every day, the websites you visit, the social media platforms you scroll through makes up only a tiny fraction of the web. This is called the surface web. Below that is the deep web, where things like medical records, academic databases, and other sensitive information are stored, away from the public eye. But below even that lies the dark web, a place hidden from normal search engines and only accessible through special browsers like Tor. Tor, short for the Onion Router, is a browser that hides a user's IP address by bouncing their connection through multiple servers around the world. It allows users to browse the internet anonymously, making it difficult, if not impossible, for anyone to track their location or identify them. While Tor was originally created with good intentions developed by the US government to provide a secure way for spies and military personnel to communicate, it has since been co-opted by criminals and those with dark intentions. Yet, in recent years, there have been some victories. Task forces have been created in countries around the world, and hundreds of dark web users and site owners have been arrested. In one high-profile case, nearly 200 people were arrested after downloading illegal content from a dark website. But even these arrests barely scratch the surface of the vast criminal underworld that exists online. For the girl at the center of the Heart to the Konark website, her story became a grim reminder of how the dark web can consume even the most innocent of individuals. The dark web is a dangerous place, and as it grows, so too do the risks. The anonymity that once protected journalists and activists is now being used to shield criminals and traffickers. And while Bitcoin and blockchain technology offer incredible potential for privacy and security, they have also become the tools of choice for those who wish to do harm. The Heart to the Konark website may have been shut down, but the dark web continues to thrive. It remains a space where the darkest fantasies are made real, and where the line between the digital and the physical world grows ever thinner. So, would you dare to explore the dark web? Most would say no, but for some, curiosity may lead them down paths they never imagined, paths that may cost them their innocence or worse, their lives.